you, Dr. Robinson, for such a kind and undeservingly flattering introduction. I'd also like to say thank you to the Duke TIP program and to UALI for inviting me here to speak again today. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you sitting here in front of me in the audience today. It's an incredible accomplishment, as you've heard many a time, and I commend you for this honor. Congratulations to all the parents here as well. Like Dr. Anderson said, your son or daughter has proven that he or she is one step above the rest, and that's something that you personally are significantly responsible for and undoubtedly very proud of. I stand here today, an incredible wave of nostalgia washes over me. 5 years ago, I was sitting where you are today, and I think of all the things that have occurred in the time that has passed. And I smile because it has been an absolutely wonderful journey, and I'm lucky to say that it has also been a successful one. As I considered what I should speak about today, I thought about what would have been nice to know going into high school, which I'm sure all of you are quite excited, although maybe a little bit nervous about. So today I'd like to offer you lessons that I've learned in the past 4 years at Central. First of all, don't be nervous. There's nothing scary about high school if you're well prepared for it. Here are what I believe to be the 7 most important things to have in high school. First of all, have organization. It helps to be organized when it comes to school, or else it's very easy to be overwhelmed, especially when things get incredibly busy junior year. Do not slack on organization, even if it is just for keeping binders neat, so you can find whatever you need quickly whenever you need it. And even in the long term, it's never too early to begin planning. Alexander Graham Bell once said, "Before anything else, preparation is the key to success." Through my mother's guidance, I'm happy to say that I was completely finished with a lot of testing that many rising seniors had to deal with this year, such as the ACT and SAT. And so my senior year was relatively carefree, and all I had to do was focus on applying to colleges. Speaking of colleges, beginning to look at colleges now couldn't hurt. I know it's going to be a while until you get there. And although you might not have a definite idea of what you're looking for, collecting ideas and options now can never hurt. Have self-discipline. Everyone loves to have fun, but what sets the great from the good is self-discipline. I see so many absolutely brilliant children waste away their potential through a terrible work ethic and lack of discipline. You have all demonstrated that your future has the potential to be radiantly bright. Do not let it go to waste. Have your priorities straight. It's important to know what you want and where you want to go, and be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. It will be unbelievably tempting to procrastinate. All I can say is, don't. You may come to find that a project or homework assignment is much more time-consuming or difficult than you thought it would be. But by that time, you're running out of time to finish and have no chances to go to your teacher or any friends for help. AP exams were during the last 2 weeks, and makeup exams are next week for us. And trust me, it's exceptionally hard to study for one of those exams if you wait until the night before. It definitely was not fun trying to teach myself a whole course of AP World History in one night a couple years ago. It's doable, but you will not be glad that you waited. Have motivation. Have passion. School is not about dealing with doing things that you don't like, although it is maybe a part of it. It is through high school that you find your passions, you find what you love. After my 4 years, I know what I want to do. I want to become a physician, and I've fallen in love with the sciences, especially biology and chemistry. Buddha said, "Drink deeply, live in serenity and joy." Without motivation and without passion, you will have no drive to continue and to further challenge yourself. Apathy is your mortal enemy. Do not let it consume you, or else high school will be one boring day after another. School can be fun. Once you find something that sparks your interest, time will pass so much quicker, and you will find yourself being unexplainably excited about starting your school day. Have a positive attitude. In the case that you do not look forward to something, having a positive attitude nonetheless is important. Optimism is such an incredible force. Some people talk about the power of wishful thinking, and I'm not so sure that it's a total myth. There's something about being positive that drives people. Plus, people like people who stay positive. Teachers love it, and you have no idea how much your peers will appreciate it. I enjoy being with people who are cheery about everything, and it brightens my day. It helps me forget about any bad thing that's happened, and this is the type of person that I strive to be. Have involvement. Your high school experience shouldn't be all about academics. it's important to stay involved in other activities, like playing a musical instrument, or being involved in community service, or playing a sport. From my own personal experience, if you can achieve the right balance, extracurricular activities can provide some of the greatest experiences of your life. I try to stay involved in whatever I find interested, and one of the most important things to me is community service. At Central, we have the largest junior civitan club in the world with over 350 plus members, and I am privileged to have been president this year. The events we volunteer at have left a lasting impression on me, and you meet people who have incredible stories, and you form memories with the people you volunteer with. Besides junior civitan, I participate in Math. I am a member of STAND this year, which is a political activist club. I'm co-captain of the science bowl team, and we made it to the national competition this year. And I'm also vice president of the Mu Alpha Theta chapter, which is a math honor society at Central. Besides those, I've played piano for almost 13 years, and I used to figure skate. This may sound like an overwhelming amount of extracurriculars, but that's not even all of it. Truly, it is about knowing your limits and finding the right balance. If I could do these 4 years over again, I wouldn't change a single thing. These activities have enriched my life, and I encourage you to stay involved in your school and in your community. Have fun. When you graduate high school, don't do so regretting anything. This is not to promote going crazy partying every single night, but I'm just trying to say that your sanity and your happiness are more important than getting that 100% instead of a 99. Know what is reasonable and enjoy high school. I've been fortunate in having parents who understand when to push me and to reach my potential, and when to let me go, to de-stress, and to have some fun. J.M. Barrie once said, "God gave us memories that we might have roses in December." Lastly, have good communication skills, whether they are with your friends, your teachers, or your parents, and especially your parents. Your relationship with your parents is what you make it. They are not necessarily your friends because they're always looking out for what is best for you, which may not be exactly what you want. I know you have probably heard this 1,000 times, but they are wiser, more experienced, and more insightful than you are. Listen to what they have to say, because what you choose affects them as well. I thank my lucky stars for my parents every day. They are so thoughtful, and they always guide me along the right path. The road has been bumpy sometimes, but at the end of the day, I realize that they are always right when it comes to the important things, and that I should have just listened to them right at the start. Remember, these lovely men and women have lived through what you're going through, and we probably have life much better than they did. They know what to look out for socially and academically, and if you have a good relationship with your parents, all the other things generally fall into place. They help you organize and plan. They are there to encourage you to achieve. They support you in your extracurricular undertakings, and they know how to help you balance a social life and a school life. They will be your guides in this part of your journey to success. These are the tips I would offer any young student, and I hope it will help you on this journey. Thank you for listening, and once again, congratulations. I cannot see what kind of wonderful things you do with your lives.
Ashley Grace Corson, Caitlin Daniel, Jessica Daniel, Gabrielle Davis, Jackson Davis, Noah Davis,